Hi, hello, welcome guys. Welcome back to Empower Tutorials. This is your master teacher, Dr. Sonam. I'm here for biology. So, yes, guys, how's everyone doing? So, which chapter have we started? What are we doing? So, yes, we are currently talking about the great genetics that most of my students find it very difficult. But now they've started understanding, they're finding things easy. So, I hope you all will also find it easy. So, we've spoken about some basic terms in the last class. Okay, so the last lecture that we took of genetics, we studied about all the basics. Okay, all the basic terms that were coined and all the basic terminologies which are related to genetics, and we've seen the basics, that is about the autosomes, the sex chromosomes. We studied about, say, the sex linked chromosomes which the male has, which the female has. We've studied about sex determination, as to which chromosomes determine the sex, when the gender of the baby is determined, right? So, like, we've put the end basically to all the superstitions that people have, and we know that the chromosomes decide the gender of our baby, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and see what the next part of genetics has for us. So yes, so let's go ahead. So yes, before going ahead, let's begin with the quote. You get what you work for, not what you wish for. So, you sit down in one place, keep praying to God, I want this, I want this, I want this. Keep wishing in your own mind, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Are you going to get it? No, you're not going to get it. You need to work for it, right? You have to work hard behind your goal. You need to know what your goal is, you need to know what you want, and then you need to work towards it, right? So only sitting down in one place and just wishing ki ye mil jaye, wo mil jaye, that's not happening, guys. Okay, so buck up, go ahead, keep trying, make mistakes, doesn't matter, make mistakes, but keep trying and keep working for what you want, right? So just wishing is not going to work. You have to actually work for it, put in your efforts and go towards your goal, right? Chalo guys, yes, let's go ahead. Now, today's topic is mainly going to talk about who was Mendel, what did he do, why did he do those things, and what kind of different experiments he did, because of which we came to know about everything about genetics, you can say, right? But always remember one thing. When Mendel was studying about all these, these genes or the gametes or the characters and all these things, the word gene was not coined then. Okay, so the father of genetics, as we call him, Gregor Johann Mendel, so he used to call those genes as factor. Okay, so factor was the word that he gave it. And that time ये सब जो terms जो हम use कर रहे हैं, these alleles, genes, all these different big terminologies that we are using were not coined then. At that time, all the things that he did and studied was on pure observation basis. Okay, like he did not like go more into the depth of things like proper scientifically. Okay, he was a great mathematician. Okay, so he applied his maths into science, into biology, and he got all what he got. All that we are going to study ahead. So yes, we are going to see who the father of genetics was. We're going to see a little about his background and how he got into this topic and why he wanted to do these things, right? So yes, as I mentioned to you, he was a great mathematician. Okay, along with that, he belonged to a gardener family. He himself was a gardener, and he also was a monk, and he used to stay in the monastery. Okay, so, and he was very curious. Now all that I'm telling you about him is during somewhere around the 1800s. Okay, so he was very curious about all these characters that we as babies inherit from our parents. Okay, so he always had that question mark in his head, that how is it that some babies look like their father, some babies look like their mother, they have the mixed characters. How is it that these offsprings are getting characters from their parents? So he wanted to actually study the science behind this. Okay, the science and maths, you can see, because he was a mathematician. So his brain run in both the directions. Like he was very calculative in everything that he did. So now what he did was, firstly, because like I said, he was a monk and he was staying in the monastery. So for him, studying about these gametes or parents, babies, studying about sex in human beings, okay, or say in animals, was like something not right according to him, because he was a monk, right? So he decided to go into the field of botany. That is, he decided to study plants. And because he was a gardener, his love for plants was immense, okay? So because of being a monk, he did not go towards studying about say human sex or animal sex or something like that, because he did not find it right. So he moved towards the plant side, okay? And he was like, you can say a fan of plants. He loved plants. And this picture that you see here in the pea garden is a very famous picture of him being in the pea garden while studying or doing about his experiments that he did. So he selected the pea plant, okay? The pea that we eat, the normal peas that we eat as a vegetable. So that was the pea plant which he selected for conducting all his random experiments that he did, okay? So now let's see why he selected the pea plant, how it helped him in getting all the conclusions that he came to, and how did we benefit from that, okay? So now going ahead, okay. So before we are going ahead, remember that all the studies that he did, all the experiments that he did, okay, at the end of all of that, he came to give basic 3 laws, okay, which are known as Mendelian laws, or they are known as the laws of inheritance, okay. So ये जो हम characters inherit करते हैं from our parents, they are basically based on these 3 laws, okay. So we have the law of segregation, okay. We have the law of dominance, and we have the law of independent assortment, okay. For now, just remember there are 3 laws which are given by Mendel post all the experiments that he did. And we will not get into the details of these laws now. Like in today's session, we will talk about these laws complete in detail in our next upcoming session, because we have to lay a foundation for these laws today, okay. So yes, we'll go ahead. For now, just remember there were 3 laws given by Mendel. Okay. So now, when he started observing these plants, he has spent like days and months and years staying in the garden and, studying all the plants. So what he discovered was, like we know, these are the gametes. The sperm is the male gamete and the ovum is the female gamete. So he discovered that these gametes are having a certain factor, okay, which for us is a gene. But that time it was not a gene, because the word gene was not coined then, okay. So he said that these gametes jo hai in the males and the females, they are having a certain factor which is responsible for their characters of their offsprings, okay. So now he wanted to study these factors, okay. The factor that these gametes are having, he wanted to study them. So like I gave you a brief history that why he selected the pea plant, like because he didn't want to go into the human chronology of all these things. So he went into plants and he selected the pea plant for doing his study, okay. So now why did he select the pea plant? Firstly, okay, so there are certain reasons to why he selected the pea plant. So let's go through them one by one. So first thing is that they are bisexual plants. Okay, what is bisexual is, firstly, they are going to be having 2 gametes, both the male and the female gametes. And when they have 2 gametes, the bisexual plants can self-pollinate and they can cross-pollinate. Okay, self-pollinate is with self and crosses with another species or with the other plant. Okay, so that is an advantage, because agar these 2 things are possible, that is self-pollination and cross-pollination, so he can come to more conclusions, right? When one plant can do both the things, he can come to many conclusions. So that is why reason 1 being that the pea plant is a bisexual plant. Secondly, it has varieties. The pea plant has many varieties. Now, because the pea plant has many varieties, so Mendel gets a choice to study more characters, correct? Like for example, now say, let's take human beings. Okay, let's take human beings. So human beings, what are the varieties in human beings that we see? Basic things, tall, short, fair, dark. There are very basic characters, right? So uske comparison mein, when he considers a plant, so there are many varieties. So he can study more characters. Okay. Next is they are annual plants. Annual is available throughout the year. So because they are available throughout the year, he can continue his studies throughout the year and it will not interrupt him in between. Like it's not a seasonal plant, basically, you can say. Next is it is easily available. because he needs something which grows fast, which is easily available, so that his studies and his observations are not interrupted. Next is, these plants have a short lifespan. Okay, now you might think that short lifespan hona, how is it benefiting him? For example, now if he studied on humans, if he studied on us, now what is our average life? Like 60, 70, max to max 80 pakadte. So now he himself will live how many years, and in that his own lifespan ka period mein, वो human beings के ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा how many generations will he be able to study? Like the kid, his father, his grandfather, and the max his great grandfather. So basic to basic, you can say 2 to 3 generations he can study, right? So that was a big disadvantage to him, because वो उतने 2-3 generation में वो क्या conclusions करते जो उनको इतना बड़ा study conduct करना था on genes and factors. So this pea plant having a short lifespan was benefiting him, because plants were growing, lifespan chota, they were dying, another generation of plants was coming. So because of short lifespan, there were more generations of plants that he could study. So that was helping him and became a benefit for him. Okay. So these are the basic characters because of which Mendel was happy in selecting the pea plant, which was benefiting him. Like all these factors were contributing to his want of doing a thorough study on the pea plant, right? Okay. Now, there were certain characters that Mendel studied in the pea plant. Okay, now basically he studied some 7 characters. Okay, in the pea plant. So now we'll be going through the 7 characters that he studied in the pea plant one by one. Now, first thing that he saw or looked after was the flower color. Okay, so flower color, he noticed that the pea plant is coming out with only two flower colors, that is purple and white. Okay, now purple being dominant and white being recessive. Okay, now we have studied what is dominant and what is recessive, right? Dominant is something which is overpowering the other character, right? As in, it will always come out, it will always be visible. Whereas recessive जो होता है वो कहीं ना कहीं dominant की वजह से under power हो जाता है. Okay, so for example, if you have a purple and a white, so what will stand out will be purple. So that is why we are calling purple as a dominant thing. Okay, so flower color, he noticed that purple was dominant and white was recessive. Okay, now ये जो conclusions he is doing now on dominant and recessive, this is like after a number of years that he studied the pea plant. A number of years he did observations in many and many generations of the pea plant. Okay, so then he has come to these conclusions. It's not कि 2-4 दिन pea plant को observe किया and he came out with this. No, he has thoroughly studied the pea plant. Okay, so first thing is the flower color, जिसमें है purple and white. In that, purple is dominant and white is recessive. Next is the plant height. He noticed that there were tall plants also and there were short plants also, or there were dwarf plants also, whereas the tallness was the dominant character and the dwarfness was the recessive character. Okay. Third thing what he studied was the seed shape, which could be round or it could be wrinkled. So the round seeds were more dominant and the wrinkled ones were recessive. Next is the pod color. What is a pod? जिसके अंदर peas होते हैं, ठीक है, जिसको we open it. So that is the pod. Now pod colors were 2, that was green and yellow, and green was being the dominant one and yellow was being the recessive one. Next thing was the seed color. Now seed color, there was again yellow and there was green, and in seed color, yellow was the dominant one and green was the recessive one. Okay. Next, what he studied was the flower position. Now, in the pea plant, flowers कौन से positions पे आ रहे हैं? We saw that flowers. He saw that there were 2 color flowers, purple and white. अब ये flowers का position क्या है? So he saw that axial position वाले flowers were being more dominant than the flowers which were on the terminal positions, that is on the ends. Okay, they were recessive. And the next thing was the shape of the pod. Now this is the pod. Okay, pod के colors हमने देखे yellow, green. Now he is coming to the shape of the pod where he saw that inflated, matlab which is like swell wala. Okay, inflated was more dominant than this kind of a wrinkled or a constricted shape, which was playing a recessive character. Okay, so these were 7 characters that he studied: shape of the pod, flower position, seed color, pod color, seed shape, plant height, and the flower color. Okay, so these were the 7 characters that he studied. These are here summarized in this table, as you can see. Flower color, purple is dominant and white is recessive. So these are all the dominant traits and these are all the recessive traits, and these are the 7 characters that Mendel studied. Okay, so now on basis of these 7 characters that he studied, he conducted some experiments. Okay, experiments that he conducted were of 2 types. One was the monohybrid experiment and one was the dihybrid experiment. What we have studied, monohybrid मतलब क्या? एक ही टाइप का प्लांट जिसमें हम एक ही टाइप का कैरेक्टर स्टडी कर रहे हैं, which means say we are going to basically study about the plant height, only plant height, या तो tall या तो dwarf. So that is going to be a monohybrid cross. We are studying about one character. And what is a dihybrid cross? I had explained this to your kids in the last class. So dihybrid cross is where we are studying 2 characters. मतलब समझो we are studying the plant height, okay, and we are studying the flower position. So tall plant and axial position और dwarf plant and terminal position. तो जब हम 2 characters study करते हैं, it becomes a dihybrid cross. Okay. So now these experiments that Mendel conducted, the conclusions that he came to, the genotypic ratio, the phenotypic ratio, what is dominant, what is recessive, the 3 laws that I spoke about. So he came to these conclusions after doing certain experiments. So yes, we are going to study about those experiments, but in our next session. For now, for today, what we have seen is who was Mendel, what was his background history, how did he get into this thing of doing this research, why did he select the pea plant, what characters of pea plant were there that were helping him for his study, and then we eventually saw the 7 characters that he was going to study in the pea plant. Okay, kids, are we clear? Now there is an activity question for you all. What is the scientific name for the pea plant? अब ये pea plant तो normal common name है जो हम generally बोलते हैं. So now it has a proper scientific name. Okay, so I want you all to tell me the scientific name for the pea plant. Okay, so that is your activity question. So yes, kids, keep liking the channel, keep subscribing to the channel, and we will meet soon. So yes, don't forget to give me the answer for the scientific name of the pea plant. And yes, I will see you all soon in the next class where we will be studying about very, very, very interestingly the laws that Mendel put forth and the experiments that he did. I'm sure you all are going to thoroughly enjoy it. But before you all attend the next session where we are going to study the Mendelian experiments, make sure that you all are thorough, completely thorough with all the terminologies and the characters that we have seen today of the pea plant. All right, kids. Yes, I'll see you all. Subscribe the channel and be regular with the videos. And yes, stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you all. Bye-bye.